Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the brand new Raiders Stadium here in Hudson, Wisconsin for this evening's non-conference boys soccer matchup between the Hudson Raiders and visiting Stillwater Ponies. These teams meet annually in a St. Croix Valley border battle. Last year was a fantastic match, 1-2-0 by the eventual undefeated and Minnesota State champion Ponies. But Hudson presented them with one of their most difficult challenges of the season in holding them only to 2 goals and showed a lot of spirit and a lot of fight in that evening. We're looking forward to a similarly competitive and enjoyable match this evening. Beautiful night for soccer. Sun setting on a nearly 80-degree day. Starting lineups for both teams. Stillwater starting in goal, Frederick LeClaire. They've got number 2, Nicholas Purdy. Number 5, Logan Huber. 6, Isaac Perez. Number 9, Jorge Malone. Number 10, Weston McGinley. Number 13, Kyle Ammerman. Number 15, Maxwell Stauffer. 17, Sam Schilling. 18, Dan Muths. And number 21, Spencer Scott. As we're underway here, ball coming up right away on the flank, defended by Luke Johnson for Hudson. A little bit of a collision there. Stillwater still in possession. Very quickly, starters for Hudson here as the ball's played out by captain Sam Schultz. In goal, they've got number 14, Corey Denning. They've got 2, Paul Phillipson, freshman, junior Ryan Muthaden, sophomore Cole Ober. In the midfield, Cole Little, number 7. Number 8, Nick Thompson. Sam Schultz, senior co-captain, as I stated, playing in the midfield there. They've got up top Santi Vergara, a senior, wearing number 10. Number 15 is Alex Lean. He's a senior co-captain defender. Muthaden there on the ball. Number 21 is Colton Prater. He's a sophomore playing in the midfield. And junior defender Luke Johnson, number 22 here on the near side. That is Cole Ober on the ball, playing it over top to the checking run of Colton Prater there. Ball played up, coming back looking for a little combination play there, but it just wasn't there. And Stillwater back in possession. Settling nicely there, 21. Spencer Scott playing it out wide here to number 17, Sam Schilling. Up the flank, looks to turn on Johnson. A little bit of contact, nothing called. Nicely done there. Read that, nicely back to Lean. Lean all the way back to Denning. Denning getting a little bit of pressure there from the Stillwater forwards. Close, but done. Nick Thompson on the ball now for the Raiders. Swinging it around and now looking to go up the line, maybe over the top to Prater. Nicely cleared out, strong by the defender there. A little bit of a mistake. Can Vergara get on it? Get one touch, looking to go around and comfortably covered there by the Ponies. Weston McGinley back to his goalie. Ball's up in the air, 50-50 ball. Sam Schultz wins it for the Raiders. Prater settling back. Just a little bit of a hip fake there. Unable to settle it, but only as far as Muthaden playing there, center on the midfield, holding. Drops back to Lean. Hudson still in possession. Nice start to the game. Both teams got a little bit of possession. Good competition. Vergara looking over the top for a runner that wasn't there. Ends up in the hands of LeClaire. Surveys the field. Punts it. Settled by Johnson, but unable to maintain control. Over to 18. Really trying to go through Moots there. Ober back, drops it back to Denning. Denning clears it out easily. Thrown for the Ponies. Coach Smothers there showing off for the JV team. Pressing him with his goalkeeping skills. Nice little turn there by Nicholas Purdy. All the way across. Phillipson there with the HUD for Hudson. Hard to miss him with those shoes. Giveaway here for the Raiders. And Vergara on the ball. Prater making the run. We've got Cole Little continuing his run all the way from deep in Hudson's half. Unable to win the ball, but Vergara is there to pick it up. Nicely done there. Looking for the big switch over the top to Phillipson. Can't get it past the defender. Headed out for a corner. Nice job there, Vergara. Good look. Phillipson was lurking there, maybe making that back post run. Couldn't get it quite over that big central defender there, but it is out for the first corner kick of the game. First corner for Hudson. Vergara over to take it. Prater initially looks like he's going to do 2-man, then comes back around. Vergara, big ball. Looks like he's got Sam Schultz there. Nicely stepped up and one, didn't go to the ball. Settled there by Prater. Hudson still. Oh, nice block. Stauffer there for the Ponies. Looking to go up over the top of the corner. Ball still in play. Chipped over the top, over, nope, and it is in fact then out. Throwing for Hudson. Nick Thompson on the ball. Phillipson with a nice little touch. Nobody there is just all alone. No one with support for him. Prater pressuring. Trying to keep it on that side. Ball played up the line looking for the flick. Nicely done, Schultz. Vergara settles it. Looking again to combine with Prater. Just haven't quite found that with the three-man up top. They've got Phillipson, Prater, and Vergara, and they just haven't connected. They've been too far apart, trying to make some intricate little combination play, but haven't gotten close enough to execute yet. Footwork happening on the side. Nice little one-on-one battle. Nicely done there, played into that space, and it's out for a Stillwater corner kick. Purdy's over to take it, looks like. First corner for Stillwater. Purdy with the corner right on top of Denning. Wow, that was difficult. What a great save by Corey Denning. He had a giant junior there and Logan Huber right in front of him. He's able to rise up and clear that ball out. Really nice look by Stillwater, and even better save by Denning. Nick Thompson there in the one-on-one battle. Plays it out for a Stillwater throw-in. Looks like it's going to be taken by number 21, Spencer Scott. And Stillwater setting up in the box, and Scott taking a run up like he might try to go all the way in, corner kick style. Always a great weapon for you. And he does. Won by Ober initially, but Spencer Scott back on the ball there for the Ponies. Nicely done there by Muthaden and by Thompson to combine. Thompson looks up, picks his head up, finds Vergara. One man on, tries to go over the top there, no one there. Trying to play direct to no runners right now. Prater chasing shepherding the ball out for Hudson throw-in. Luke Johnson on the ball. If you're just joining us, we are 7 minutes in the 7th minute rather of a non-conference soccer game, the St. Croix Valley Derby, if you will, between the Stillwater Ponies and the Hudson Raiders here in Hudson, Wisconsin. Score 0-0. Rather even openings phase of the game. Both teams kind of trying to find their way, find their footing. Hudson may be a little bit more aggressive here on their home field, but haven't been able to make anything substantial out of that aggression yet. Ball back in play from LeClaire. Bouncing around, one by Thompson, looking to find Prater's feet. Nicely deflected. One by Ammerman. Back in the ball's Purdy there. Ammerman up again. Muthaden's there to clean it up. To Thompson. Thompson looks to shield the ball. Finds Phillipson. Nicely done to Muthaden's feet. And can he... Oh, nicely done. Really nice there. Little... Oh, nice footwork there by Vergara. Looking to split the defense for Phillipson, but unable to do it. Deflects it, though, and Hudson's able to maintain possession. Muthaden and Schultz have been able to really kind of help Hudson keep possession here from their position in the midfield. The final third connections seem to be lacking yet for the Raiders. Luke Johnson pressuring the ball, nearly winning it, forcing Stillwater to keep the ball in play. Up and over and flicked on. And here come the Ponies. Scott on the ball. Scott dropping it off for Purdy, who's overlapping there. Playing it out on the flanks to Isaac Perez. Nice overlap there. Good combination play. Muthaden right on it. Sam Schultz in a good place there. Top of the 18. Over to Scott. Good pressure there from Schultz. Stillwater looking to work it down the left side here the last few minutes. And we got a foul there. On the Ponies. Hudson free kick. Nick Thompson looking like he'll be ready to take it. Thompson with the free kick. Booming ball. Looking to find and does Prater. Settle nicely on the chest. Nice turn as well. And here comes Colton Prater for the Raiders. Looking to play Paul Phillipson over. He is onside. Takes it to the end line. Looks to play back to the middle. Oh, nicely cleared out there for the Ponies by number 5, Logan Huber. If he hadn't been there, looks like Vergara was there to tuck that one into the back of the net. He's trying to call his boys up, get him going, looking for a ball. It's an integral part of the game, the soccer ball. And now that he has one, they're ready to go for the corner kick. Colton Prater's over there this time to take it. Hudson's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men at the top of the box. Vergara's going to make it 6. Stillwater zonal marking. A little bit tricky. Easier to lose your man from times. You really have to be aggressive going to the ball in that situation. And Stillwater so far has on the 2 Hudson corner kicks. Vergara. Muthaden looking to dribble around. Nicely done by Scott. Picks his pocket, and he's off to the races. Here comes Scott carrying it down. Sam Schultz, nice over to pressure the ball. Scott looks to switch, and only as far as Nick Thompson, who plays it looking maybe for Little. Didn't find either Little or Prater, and Prater fouls there. Free kicks, Ponies. Nice sportsmanship there by Prater. And right away, Ponies looking to go over the top. Jorge Malone. Looks like he's going to win the ball in front of Little. Nice little step over turns. 1-2 men on him. Lost his touch. Goal kick for Hudson. Looks like we're going to get our first substitutions of the game. Looks like Drew Osterhus and Thomas Lariah will be coming in the game at our next opportunity. Muthaden squaring it for Sam Schultz. Splits the defenders to Stenti Vergara. Nearly losing the ball, but doesn't. Good effort there, and he plays Cole Little through. Here comes Hudson. Stillwater has numbers back. Little to Vergara, a little bit behind him there. Santi's going to take a shot right at the goalkeeper, but had a little bit of mustard on that one, did Vergara. Fortunately for Stillwater and for goalie Frederick Leclerc, right to his hands. A little catch practice. Settled there off the punt by Muths. Drop back to Stauffer. Looking to switch it for Perez, and he does keep it in. And here comes Stillwater again. Switch, big switch, and now looking to center it. Denning's out. Nice and comfortable catch for him. 11 minutes in, 0-0. Stillwater versus Hudson. Denning with the restart for the Raiders, looking for Prater. Ball out into touch. Stillwater throwing. Looks like the referee's calling for a rethrow. So Kyle Ammerman's going to step back, take it again. A little bit of a rough first touch. Good fight there. Phillipson takes the ball. Centers it for Sam Schultz. First touch carries him towards some pressure, but he's able to find Vergara. He escapes. He's looking to go over the top again for Phillipson, and really hopeful balls there. Run wasn't on, but it does win a throw for Hudson. Here comes our first substitution for the game. Now entering the game for the Raiders. Number 4, Thomas Lariah. And number 24, Drew Osterhus. With the substitutions, ball's back in play here. Colton Prater on the ball. He's got 1-2, looks like 3 men on him. Turns, finds Thompson on the flank. A little bit of pressure, centers the ball. Looks like he's got Osterhus there. Unable to connect. Nicely done, stepped up one by the Ponies. They've done a great job of the box, one of those balls in the air. They've got some size, and they're using it. Lariah looking to play it in there. Again, cleared out nicely. Good battle there. What a really nice first touch there by Malone, and he's got Muth off to the races. Who's going to win? Alex Lean, captain for Hudson, comes over and is able to poke it away at the last second there. It is going to be a corner kick for the Ponies, but fantastic job there by Lean. He had a lot of ground to make up, and he did it. Stillwater's with their second corner kick. Looks like it's going to be number 6 over there. Isaac Perez taking it. Sets it up again. A tough spot for Denning there. You can see he's got the sun directly in his face and a rather large Stillwater pony. They look again to play it centered, but cleared out nicely by Luke Johnson. Kept in by Perez. He's going to settle on his left foot. Look to the flip into the penalty spot. Oh, Dick Thompson. Touch maybe didn't go where he wanted it, but Corey Denning was there. Osterhus unable to win the ball there. Purdy just stepped in front of him and took it. Nice little skill there with the back heel. Some good combinations. Stillwater starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here now. We're in the 14th minute of a 0-0 game. Muth over, Luke Johnson on him. Prater steps back to pressure. Muth over to Schilling. That's out for a Stillwater throw. Hudson looking, nice job by Lariah there. Hudson looking to combine and keep, or to work together, keep them on that side of the field. Unfortunately for the Raiders, they are judged to have fouled the player, the Stillwater pony there on the play, 21 Spencer Scott, and that's going to set up a really dangerous free kick here for the Ponies. It's about, as you can see with the football lining, just about 20 yards out on the flank. not that much different from a corner kick. With 13 there, Kyle Ammerman taken. It looks like he's left-footed, so he's going to have that in-swinging in towards Hudson keeper Corey Denning. If we can put a little bit of bend and some pace on it, make it tough for him. Really good ball. Completely unmarked. Wow. Unbelievably lucky for the Raiders. Stillwater had a player there, 9. One of their real talented forwards, Malone, run in, and now he's putting his moves on. Luke Johnson goes to ground. Looks like he gets enough of the ball and wins it back for the Raiders. And now right away we're off to the races. Paul Phillipson's got the ball. There's 1-2 ponies on him. Can he settle? What can he do? Takes a couple touches. The freshman here looking to make something happen for his team. Stillwater got about 8 men back to Hudson's 2, so he wisely maintains possession, finds Schultz, swings it over to Vergara. Vergara looking again to find Phillipson. He flicks it on to no one there. Osterhuis was not making the run. Cleared out, but Hudson's going to maintain possession a little here. Pardon me, Ober. Hudson playing a lot of hopeful long balls, and it's just finding the heads of Stillwater players right now. They've been able to kind of maintain some possession, but haven't been able to make it real dangerous as of yet. Stillwater with a big switch over to Perez. Thompson out there on him. Schultz coming back to help. Ober watching from the box. Taking it nice and slow. Drops it off. Looking to maintain possession. Square over there to 15, Stauffer. Stauffer switches it over there to Schilling. Schilling with the cross, looking like it's going to end up right in Denning's breadbasket. Making it look easy there, Corey Denning. So he's got a couple touches now in the last couple minutes on the ball. And back in for the Raiders. A little bit of probably not the touch that Stauffer was looking for. And it's going to be a Hudson corner kick. Luke Johnson on the ball for Hudson. Brushing his flowing mane back. Osterhuis with a nice run into the corner. Takes one touch and look really good physical battle there. Nicely won by Drew Osterhuis. Drops it off for Vergara with pressure right there. Vergara manages to shepherd out. That was last touch by a Stillwater player. Osterhuis with a throw-in. 17th minute. Hudson with the ball deep in Stillwater's half. Luke Johnson's going to come over and take it. See if he has the same long throwing ability that Stillwater utilized here a few minutes ago. Phillipson checking to the ball. Johnson does go long, but only as far as the head of Spencer Scott. And again, the aerial superiority of Stillwater continues. Lariah gives the ball away. One back by Schultz, though. Dropped to Ober. Prater on the ball. Thompson's giving him some support. Looks for Phillipson and just really couldn't quite connect there. Lariah with 1-2 touches, 3 taking his space. Driving the defenders into Prater. Prater with some hip fakes to Vergara. Looking to find Phillipson again over in the back, and they just can't seem to get it over Huber's head. He's really been dominant so far in the first 17, 18 minutes of this game. Malone looking to make a move. 1-2 players on him. Sam Schultz. He's made. Oh, and now they finally get it from. Nicely done by Schultz. Schultz pokes it around. Oh, what a great move. And here they come. Here come the Raiders. They got 1-2 men in the box making the runs. Far looking for the far post maybe. And what a save by LeClaire. Schultz put the ball in. Didn't look like anyone was there, but LeClaire was able to come out, deflect it, ensure that it didn't go into the net. And here's another corner kick for the Raiders. We are in the 18th minute of play. Vergara and Prater coming over and now walking back out. Vergara with a right-footed in-swinging kick. We got Lariah right in the goalie's face. And they're going to kick it in right towards Lariah, just over the top. Oh, boy, that is really close. Nearly an amazing goal from Santi Vergara off the corner kick there. It looks like it just squeaked over the top of the crossbar. Gave my heart a little jump as the net billowed, but unfortunately it was the outside part of the net getting hit and not the interior, which is what the Raiders were hoping for. Back in play here, Lariah. Phillipson pressuring the ball, unable to keep it in. Throwing for Stillwater. We are in the 19th minute of play here between the Stillwater Ponies and Hudson Raiders here in Hudson, Wisconsin, the St. Croix Valley Derby. Last year, Stillwater and Hudson played in Stillwater as the Ponies were on their way to an undefeated Minnesota State championship season. The Raiders went down 2-0 as we got a foul there on the Ponies. As I was saying, Hudson lost 2-0 to a dominant Stillwater team. They really were pinned into their half of the field for almost the entire game, but showed a lot of resiliency and a lot of fight and a lot of grit in making it tough for Stillwater. And so far, Stillwater's been a little bit more making it tough for Hudson tonight. Hudson's had a little bit more of the ball. Struggled to get it connected in the final third. They've tried some intricate passing that hasn't been there. They've tried some over-the-top balls, haven't been able to get past the Stillwater defense. But from a possession standpoint, it's been a little bit more Hudson. Stillwater content to sit back, to let their strong defenders win. Oh, nice little cheeky back heel to the overlap. Luke Johnson looking right away to Phillipson. It's going to almost find its way to him, but Osterhuis is right there. Nice job by Osterhuis for following the play. Turns, drops it back to Schultz. Looking for Vergara. He's got his hand up, going back post. Looks like that's going to go all the way to the goalie there. Frederick Leclerc for Stillwater with the save. And so, as we enter nearly the 21st minute of play here, the score remains Hudson 0, Stillwater 0. Prater on the ball, splits two defenders, attacks a third, looking for Osterhuis, just a little bit too far. Ball played out by Kyle Ammerman there for Hudson, throwing deep in Stillwater territory. Lariah coming over, checking over. Phillipson checking over, looking like a little flick out for Lariah there. And it's going to fall for Vergara. No. Cleared out, though, back to Osterhuis, and his cross attempt is high, wide, and handsome. That's going to be out for a Stillwater goal kick. For substitution here coming in for the Ponies, number 3, Jack Boucher. Now entering the game for the Ponies, number 3, Jack Boucher. 21st minute of play here in Hudson, Wisconsin, at the brand new sparkling stadium as part of the complete renovation and expansion of Hudson High School's building and athletic facilities. The first event was this past Thursday when the Raiders soccer team, boys soccer team, played a home match, followed by the Friday night home football opener. And now that it's been christened, we are off and running. Stillwater here looking to spoil the inaugural Border Derby game here at Hudson Stadium, as we have a couple more substitutions coming up. Now into the game for Stillwater, number 11, Benjamin Schneider. And into the game for the Raiders, number 5, Ryan Muthaden. Muthaden into the game for the Raiders, number 5, back into the game. And for the Ponies, number 11, Ben Snyder enters the game. And right away, looks like he's going to touch on it right away. Oh, nicely won by Ober there. Split out into that space. Vergara comes back hard for a great effort. Johnson with the overlap, and right away looking for Prater to the run. Just a little bit late, but Muthaden gets back into the game. Nicely done to Lariah. Lariah gets his head up, and he finds Prater. Prater's making a great run into the corner there. Can he win the ball? Shields it, uses his body. Nicely poked away there, but Prater maintains possession. Let's go out for the throw-in. That was a nice little bit of combination play for Hudson. They attacked a little quicker. They attacked a little bit more efficiently. Again, the final third efficiency is lacking, but that looked more flowing from the Raiders. Johnson with throw-in. Looking for Vergara. Double teamed, flicked over. Who's going to win it? Osterhuis touches it back, looking for Schultz. Schultz unable to get a foot on it. And here come the Ponies right away, up over the top, but only as far as Alex Lean touches it really nicely to Thompson there. Thompson looking to square it, but there was a defender right where he looked to pass. Nicely won back. Schultz, first time to Osterhuis. Osterhuis drops it back to Ober, maintaining possession again. This has kind of been the story of the game. Hudson's won the ball back nicely in midfield and maintained possession, but have not been able to crack Stillwater's defense. That was an optimistic pass there by Lean, unable to make it through about 4 layers of Stillwater defense, and here come the Ponies. Nice cut back there to Purdy. Purdy picks his head up. Out onto the right flank there, number 17, Sam Schilling on the ball. He takes his space, so Vergara comes to the pressure. A little bit of miscommunication there between the Stillwater players. One was going, one was looking for him to come back, and fortunately for them, bounces off Johnson's foot into Vergara's midsection, and it's a Pony throw-in. Getting some instruction there from Coach Smothers is number 17, Schilling. Gets a throw in. Lariah nearly wins it back. Ponies with a throw in. Nobody chooses to mark 11 there, and Ponies back on the ball. Johnson now steps in front, wins it nicely. Oh, looks like that's maybe off a head. Nope, judged to have come off his hand. My apologies. Schilling claiming that it was his shoulder, but they all would do that. Free kick for the Raiders. We're in the 24th minute of play here between Hudson and Stillwater. The score is tied 0-0. Hudson's had the better of the possession. Hard to say who's had the better of the chances. There really haven't been any. Hudson's had 3 corners. Stillwater's had 2. Thompson on the ball. Muthaden started to check, stopped, and really nicely done there by the Stillwater player to come up, win the ball, and kickstart their possession. Just as this kind of running, this kind of tempo, just as lacked from this game. It's been a bit of a tentative game, feeling each other out. No one really going full gas just yet. See if that'll change here as we get into the second part of the first half. Loraya trying to cut it back. Oh, this can be a dangerous spot. Colobra's there. Stillwater's got a, oh my goodness, Hudson dodged a bullet there. Malone looked like he was, Perez looked like he was right there waiting for the ball to be played to him. He was wide open and was in on net. Really fortunate for Hudson. Nice job recovering and defending there. And after a handball, they get the ball back. Alex Lane, captain, senior, looking for the restart for Hudson. Looking for Osterhus, can't connect. But the defensive header only finds its way to Nick Thompson. First touch just a little bit too far for Osterhus, but it's back out of play. Yeah, for Hudson throw-in. Played up by Stillwater. Osterhus with a big throw. Lots of curl on it. Lots of spin, but it was fair. Prater, nice job coming back to win that ball. Looking for Johnson. Can't connect. Good job by Johnson to keep that in. And plays it back to support to Lean. Looking for Prater. Prater's able to get off the bounce. 1 touch, 2 touch to Johnson, overlap to Vergara, and Prater with the overlapping run, nicely done. Vergara couldn't find him, and he's going to bend. It looks like a shot on goal. Maybe he was thinking a far post cross there for Osterhus, but instead it again turned into some nice, easy catching practice for senior goalie Frederick Leclerc for the Ponies. Leclerc putting it up real high, looking for Snyder. Snyder unable to get it. Johnson does. That looks like a handball as well. About the 3rd time here in the last couple minutes that Stillwater's played handball. Looks like Phillipson getting ready to check back in for the Raiders. Luke Johnson with the restart. Nice ball to the edge of the 18, but again, apparently the only person that wants to win the ball in the air down in that area is Logan Huber for the Ponies. Ryan Muthaden takes a touch, goes to ground, picks his hands up, looks angry, goal kick. I think that was a fair decision from the referee. It looked like that ball was played a little bit out of touch, and the bump was not foul, not of the foul variety. Goal kick, Ponies. Hudson, for their possession superiority up to now, has not been first to a lot of those kind of 50-50 balls. They're waiting for the ball to come to them, and that's really been the best thing Stillwater's had going for it, is their aggressiveness in stepping up, winning the ball, and starting their counterattacks. Schultz looking to spring Osterhus there. A little bit too much of Leclerc, not enough Osterhus, but Schultz right back on the ball, winning it for the Raiders. Osterhus takes 1 touch, heads it to Muthaden. Muthaden settles it down. He's got pressure there by Purdy. It's a great battle. Look at them go back and forth. Muthaden nicely done, turns, switches it, looking for Loraya. Snyder steps in, but Loraya wins it nicely, turns 1. Oh, tries to cut a second. That was a nice opportunity, but again, Purdy's really been strong for the Ponies as well. Playing it back for the goalie. They're good pressure by Vergara. Forces a little bit of an errant kick. Back ball. I'm not sure that's a thing, but it's what Thompson did. And he immediately is looking to play it back up to someone on the left flank that had not made the run. Stillwater looking to go big. Loraya wins it, flicks it back into the middle, but that settles nicely in for the Ponies there with number 18, Daniel Muths, carrying into space. Schultz shadowing him. Nice and easy. Stillwater not committing big numbers forward. Hudson gets back nicely. Marking up. Lean out there. Muthaden digging in against Muths and almost wins back. Play to his feet there by Perez. Bounces out though for a Stillwater throw, and we got some substitutions coming in. Now entering the game for the Ponies, number 9, Jorge Malone. In for the Raiders, number 2, Paul Phillipson. And number 19, Gavin Jacobson. Jorge Malone in for the Ponies now. Paul Phillipson checks back in, and Gavin Jacobson comes in for his first action of the game here. We're in the 29th minute of play here in Hudson, Wisconsin, between the Hudson Raiders and Stillwater Ponies, boys soccer, non-conference. The annual St. Croix Valley Battle would be the Derby, were we in England, so we'll call it that. Ball runs out here, looks like a Stillwater throw-in. 0-0 game. It's been a competitive match, lots of good individual battles. Neither team really settled into what they want to do, I'm sure. Hudson a little bit more possession, Stillwater looking to defend and to counter. And neither have been able to pull that off, although Stillwater's got a great chance here. Ball's through again. Cleared out twice by Hudson in dangerous spots inside. Ball won nicely in the air by Stillwater. That's really been a theme for the game. Bounces up there, but number 3, Jack Boucher, is unable to keep it in for the Ponies. Throw in for the Raiders. Right away, Osterhuis looking to go big for Prater, but there was about 3 too many guys. Oh, what a great shot. Or what a thought by Marone, excuse me. And we got a substitution in for the Raiders.
Back into the game for the Raiders. Number 10, Santi Vergara.
Vergara back in for the Raiders. Denning with the goal kick. To Lariah. Phillipson plays it. Takes a spin up for the Stillwater throw-in. Malone looks like he's got a handball there. Possibly. No, not. Oh, he was really moving. Malone's really been one of the offensive bright spots for the Ponies. He's been really aggressive at attempting to take players on. He hasn't quite pulled it off yet, but you can see the creativity's there. You can see the thoughts there, and the danger certainly is there for the Raiders. Long throw-in opportunity here for the Ponies. Number 21, Spencer Scott, is able to really put it in the box. It ends up being a set play corner kick for them, if you will. Scott throws it near post, looking for a flick on. Nicely defended there by the Raiders. Redirected. Snyder attempts to shot, but Denning picks it up nicely. So Stillwater's now got a couple shots on goal. Legitimate shots. Ooh, Phillipson to Vergara. Oh, nicely done. We got a runner here outside. Can he find him? Good run by Osterhuis. Oh, the ball is just not quite wide enough to him. Cleared out there, but Jacobson wins the ball. Malone takes it back for the Ponies, and he looks to go right away aggressively for Snyder. Luke Johnson there. Great positioning. Nicely one header. Hudson back on the ball. Jacobson up. Osterhuis not checking again. Hudson is just not coming back to the ball in those check situations, and Stillwater consistently is winning it. And here come the Ponies. Ball on the left flank, looking to big up top. Alex Lean flicks it down, settles dangerous there. Nicely done by Lariah. 2-3 guys players converging on him. He's able to settle and get it out. Lean and Johnson working pretty well together there. Johnson composed on the ball, looks to turn. Nicely done. And can he find Phillipson? Unable to, but Phillipson's got a quick first step, pardon me. Vergara comes in and wins it aggressively. Oh, what a great battle there that is between Vergara and Schilling. Great physicality. Prater comes back to win it. Hudson picking up the effort a little bit. Big switch looking for Osterhuis. Osterhuis in a foot race there with number 13, Ammerman. Osterhuis able to win it. Takes it into the corner, looking to turn. Ammerman pokes it out, and looks like comes off for Osterhuis, and that's going to be a throw for the Ponies. Fantastic job by Ammerman. He was out there on an island all by himself. Osterhuis looked like he had him on the turn, and he was able to not only poke it away, but also win a throw-in for his team. Jacobson settles the ball for the Raiders. Again, Hudson's done a nice job of keeping the ball in Stillwater's half. Stillwater's done a nice job of preventing that possession from becoming anything all too dangerous. Nicholas Purdy drops it back. Up to Malone. Malone settles, looks to split the two defenders. Sam Schultz steps in nicely and wins the ball away. Cuts back. Oh, and it's back to Malone. Really nice job defensively there. Malone's looking to find Snyder. Luke Johnson steps in, wins the ball away from him. Cole Ober back to a corner kick. Stillwater is starting to find its feet here on their counterattack. They're looking a little bit more dangerous. Hudson staying organized defensively, keeping their shape, and preventing any extremely dangerous opportunities. But you can see Stillwater's strategy is settling in a little bit. Corner kick here for the Ponies. High back post kick. No one's able to win it finally. Osterhuis all the way back from his forward position, doing some good work there. Turns up for Phillipson, and can he keep it in? Unfortunate. Ball bends out. Looked like they had an opportunity to get breaking there, but the pass just ran out on him. With Aiden getting ready to check back in for the Raiders. At the next opportunity. Throw in Ponies. A little bit of pressure from Vergara there on number 10, McGinley. Over to Huber. Huber, big ball, and oh, geez, just about finds Snyder there. Won by Johnson to Schultz. Schultz flicks it on. Oshhus keeps hands down. Unable to win the ball, though. Ponies keep it. And here comes Purdy. Purdy sending it over to Schilling on the flank. Schilling takes 1-2 touches. Phillipson tracking him back. Johnson comes over to help. Great job by Schilling keeping the ball and winning the corner kick for his team. Nice help there by Luke Johnson coming over. But it's another set play for the Ponies. First couple set play opportunities. Stillwater put a man right on Hudson goalkeeper Corey Denning, right in front of him, and really looked to drive that ball into that space and cause some problems. Denning had to make one really nice save. Since then, last couple a little bit bigger, further. Here we've got a left-footed in-swinging corner. It's going to nice chip it up near post. Nicely won away by Luke Johnson, and looks like there's a foul called there. I believe on number 21, Spencer Scott tried to finesse that one in. And Johnson was up to the task for the Raiders. 35th minute of play, nearing the 36th. 0-0 game between Hudson and Stillwater. Aggressively won. Nicely done there by Jack Boucher. And now it's Purdy on the ball. Tries to cut on Osterhuis. Osterhuis and Prater combine to take the ball away. Prater takes it up the corner. Stillwater looks like they have him pretty well covered. 2-3 men. But he's trying to take them all on. And unable to do so. Cleaned up easily there by Weston McGinley. Prater hit the ground, but does win a throw-in for his team.
Now into the game for Hudson, number 5, Ryan Muthaden, and number 8, Nick Thompson.
Thompson and Muthaden into the game for the Raiders. Osterhuis with a big throw over to Vergara. He flicks it to Phillipson. Takes a bump. There's a significant size difference there between Logan Huber, the junior, and the freshman Paul Phillipson for Hudson, and it showed. Huber used his size, as he has really all night. He's been a dominant force there in the box for the Raiders. Or, for the Ponies. Prater up to Phillipson. Phillipson, 1-2 touch, keep it in. Drop it back for Schultz. Able to maintain possession, keeping it on that side. Hudson just playing it around on the flank there. Stillwater content to let him do it. Played out for another throw-in. Nick Thompson with the throw. Prater making the run up the line. Cut off nicely by Purdy and cleaned up. Ober to Schultz. Schultz settles, but can't get past Malone. Malone picks it up and right away looks to attack. Cuts it nicely on Thompson. Splits it back to the opposite side, and here come the Ponies. They've got 2-3 men in the box. Cut back nicely there. Back to Malone. Malone looks to center it. Oh, sneaks in under Lean's foot, but fortunately he's able to recover. There wasn't anybody there pressuring him, so he had some time, but cannot clear it out. Stillwater keeps it in their offensive third. Another cross. Another ball won by Lean, but again Stillwater keeping the pressure up here in Hudson. A pivotal moment here, and it ends with a nice, easy, safe save from Hudson goalkeeper Corey Denning. Stillwater had some pressure up there, and then in the end that last ball was just wanting a little bit for accuracy. Back to Denning. Denning nicely distributed there to Muthaden. Great first touch on the turn. Squares it over to Sam Schultz. Sam Schultz looking to go big to Luke Johnson, pardon me. Johnson takes one touch, picks his head up, looking to find Vergara on the diagonal run there. Unable to do so, but Lean gets it back to Muthaden. Muthaden plays it into some space. Who's going to get there? This could be dangerous. Oh, what a great job by Cole Ober. He had a lot of pressure there from Malone. Malone went to ground, and Ober was able to just get there ahead of him. And here come the Ponies now in their half. Carrying there up the left flank. Big ball over the top, looking to find Snyder. Snyder's able to settle it. Turns. He's got Malone running. Ooh, ball looks like miscommunication there or a misplayed pass, but Malone's able to keep it in. Thompson and Malone. Malone's got a lot of tricks. Looks to get past Thompson and does. Thompson pulls him down. Oh, and the referee keeps his whistle in his pocket. Looked like that was a tricky situation there for Thompson, but he was up to the task as the referee deemed. Nicely split there. Lean with the run all the way up. Prater finds him. Now we got senior defensive captain Alex Lean in the offensive third. Oh, what a great job there coming back. Prater tried to dribble past one too many players. That was a really fantastic job there from 18 Muths. And now Stillwater's back on the ball again. Snyder drops it back to Muths. Muths take one touch. Looking in the middle, Muthaden pressuring. Hudson trying to find their defensive shape again. And Stillwater content to pass it around. Phillipson pressuring the ball on Huber. Can't quite figure out if they want to pressure high or not, Hudson. There's a little bit of commitment. Now Osterhuis is coming hard, but all by himself, really. Johnson steps up, though, and does win it for Hudson. Vergara to Osterhuis. He tries to take a little chip there. Tries to go past 2 players. Can't. Oh, but what a great job by Osterhuis winning the ball back. Pokes it away. Picks his heads up. Looks for Prater. Looks like Schultz is going to take it. Prater overlaps. Schultz to Prater. Prater into the corner. Is he going to be able to get by? No, he's not able to. Nice job there by 13 Kyle Ammerman poking the ball away, but it is a throw in deep in the pony half for Hudson. Prater back into Thompson. Thompson picks his heads up. There's really only one man in the box, and he's going to look to find him with about 4 ponies there. Unable to do so, but Luke Johnson keeps it in. Luke Johnson looks like he's going to take a left-footed shot, and picked up there by Leclerc, the pony goalie, but that is a shot on goal here from Hudson in the 40th minute of play. We're just getting to the end of the first half. Still tied 0-0. There have been some, the tempo's picked up a little bit here the last half of the first half. The chances, as we got a substitution here.
Now into the game for the ponies. The ponies, number 15, Maxwell Stauffer. And into the game for the Raiders, number 4, Thomas Laraya.
Laraya and Stauffer in. Laraya for the Raiders. Stauffer for the ponies. And Prater on the ball. Man on his back, finds Vergara. Vergara, nice little chip over the top. I think Purdy's going to be able to make it there. Nope. Unable to. Purdy does a fantastic job. Purdy's really played strong for the ponies here tonight, as has Prater for the Raiders. Another corner kick for Hudson. Vergara's going to take it. Sets it up. Looks like Prater again's going to come over, see if he's going to draw some defenders. As he does, he sets back up. Vergara drives the ball back post. There's a run with Hayden, unable to get it. Again, one strong in the air by the ponies. Stauffer, they're the recent substitution, but he's unable to keep the ball in, and so it'll be a throw-in deep in the Hudson end, or pardon me, deep in the pony end for Hudson. Nearly corner kick depth. This has been a spot where the ponies have used their long throws, number 21 Spencer Scott, to almost create like a corner kick opportunity. Hudson doesn't have anyone that can throw it like that, so they'll be content to get it to Prater there, and he's going to keep it in. Nice turn. Fantastic job there by Prater. Turns 2 defenders, carries it along the end lines, unable to do anything with it, and then gets a little bit of an unlucky bounce there as he's driving it away, and comes out off of him and out for a Stillwater goal kick. 42nd minute of play. 0-0. Hudson and Stillwater. Goal kick there by Leclerc. It's going to be one in the air, flicked on by the ponies. Laraya shielding. Able to turn nicely there is the pony player, and he's going to play it up the line for Malone, and Malone's going to be able to keep that in. He's got speed, he's got skill, and he is on display right now. Thompson jockeying, and Malone. Now Laraya comes back. Malone looks to clear it in, and that's going to be offsides. Ball ends up in the back of the net, but right away with authority, offsides flag went up. Referee was in the right position and made the right call. So Hudson dodges a bullet there. That was a fantastic job done there with Malone connecting. Malone connecting with the offsides player. Finished nicely, but got to be behind that second to last defender. Johnson here with a lot of pressure. Now Stillwater's got a little bit of life after that. Let's see what happens here the last couple minutes of the second half, or the first half, excuse me. Stillwater looking to steal one here. This is a great time to get a goal. 17. Nope, looks like they are going to have Scott come take the long throw. Again, this has been a weapon Stillwater's tried to use, the long throw, turning deep throw-ins into corner kick-like opportunities. Looking for a near post flick on. One. Oh, geez. Oh, my goodness gracious. Ober flicks it almost into his own net. What a fantastic save by Denning. He was on the spot. And he reacted fabulously to tip that over the bar. Really great job there by Denning. Unfortunate by Ober. Certainly not what he intended to do, but nice to know you got some support behind you in a goalkeeper of that caliber. Great job by Denning. The result, though, is another corner kick for the ponies. Going to be taken by Purdy. Again, they've got 2 men now right in front of Denning. Big boys. And they're going to look to drive it right into both of them. And again, Denning steps up and wins it big, but they can't clear it out. And last touch by Stillwater. Goal kick for the Raiders. Denning a couple times has had to make some really difficult saves with big bodies in front of him. Stillwater's played great balls in those situations, but Denning has absolutely been up to the task. The last couple minutes, he's shown his best. Hudson now back. Can they make something happen in the last couple minutes? Looks like Schultz trying to shape that with the outside of his right foot, and it was a little more driving and a little less shaping. Throw in ponies. Stillwater on the ball here. 17, Sam Schilling. Back to number 10, McGinley. All the way up top there to 21. And Malone making the corner run. He sure looks like he can get up ahead of steam. Ober's on him. Malone, lots of trucks, lots of tricks. Haven't been ultimately as effective as he probably would like them to be. Ball went out there by Schultz. You can see the Ponies really want to get a goal at this point in time. The effort, the desire has picked up. Oh, and there's one trick works well, one not so much. Johnson got turned around, but then Malone turned himself around here. Malone on Johnson. Johnson on Malone, rather. Vergara comes over, pokes it out. Corner. The key with skill like that is you got to be effective with it. You can see just the pace with which Stillwater's running up to get there, as we have just about 20, 30 seconds left here. They're trying to sneak one at the closing minutes. Hudson set up zonally. Ball going in again right towards Denning, and again Denning is up to the task. What a fantastic one-handed save. Oh my goodness, another one. Oh boy, is he under pressure lately, and he has absolutely been ready for it. Schultz clears out deep for Hudson as we enter nearly the last 10 seconds of the first half. Phillipson pressuring. Can he get it back?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there is the end of the first half here in Hudson, Wisconsin. After 45 minutes of play, it is 0-0 between the Stillwater Ponies and the Hudson Raiders. This has been Chuck Bublitz with you for the first half. We'll see you back in the second half. And welcome back to Raider Stadium. I'm calling it that until someone tells me otherwise. Here in Hudson, Wisconsin, for the St. Croix Valley Derby between the Stillwater Ponies and the Hudson Raiders. It was an adventurous and exciting first 45 minutes of play. Neither team really able to settle in and kind of impose their will on the game. Hudson, I would say, had more of the possession. Stillwater looked to sit back and counter. Both teams did so with varying degrees of success. Certainly the last 5 to 10 minutes, Stillwater had the most dangerous stretch of play. A number of really great opportunities, forcing some fantastic saves out of Hudson goalkeeper Corey Denning. So we'll see if that pattern continues. If Stillwater's going to sit back, concede some possession to Hudson, or if they're going to try and change what they're doing, and Hudson as well, if they're going to try and be more direct. And we are underway, and appropriate that it would start with a long ball from Hudson, won by number 5, Logan Huber for Stillwater. That was the story of the game for Hudson offensively and Stillwater defensively. Hudson playing over the top, Huber clearing it out. And here come the Ponies. They found a vein of some energy and some form there the last 5 to 10 minutes, like I said, of the first half. Really had a goal called back for offsides, and had a couple other really dangerous opportunities. Corey Denning is an amateur, but if he made money, he would have earned it in those last couple minutes. Free kick here for the Raiders. Looks like Luke Johnson there on the ball. Taking the run up. Playing down line, looking for, looks like Oster Hughes in there at the start. Lariah dropping it off. Back to Ober. To Denning. A little bit of pressure there. Nicely played out, but again, high pressure by Stillwater. Weren't quite able to make it work. Thompson playing up to Muthaden. Drops off to Schultz and then right back to Thompson. Excuse me, keep it in that pressure zone. And Stillwater's able to win it back. Here they go. They got a little 2-on-3. Chooses to settle in. Scott does, and that allows Hudson to really nicely step back. Woohoo, good job by Muthaden there. Coming back, winning the ball. Schultz turns, looks, gets his head up. Doesn't see anything there. Switches play wisely. Lariah, what a nice job settling and getting it up. But just unable to pressure there. Huber's able to take his time, win it up. Lariah again coming in. Maybe his energy can pick his team up. The senior takes one touch, pulled down by Malone. Good call there. Wrapped him up. A little bit of sportsmanship there. He was getting away from him. A tactical foul, they say in the business. And apparently, unbeknownst to anybody but the kick taker, we restarted the game over there, picks his head up. Checked back by Vergara. Unable to get a touch on it. Ball runs out. A little bit of a banging into touch. And looks like we've got a free kick called for the Raiders. The Pony player there was deemed to have not been in a playing distance from the ball, and that he was impeding his opponent. So here we go. First potential opportunity for the Raiders. Luke Johnson on the ball, left-footed, swinging away from the goalie. Hudson gets numbers into the box. Ball up near post, and nicely done there by Leclerc, the Pony goalkeeper. Rose up for a nice, comfortable catch. Lets his team get settled and back into it. This is Chuck Bublitz with you here from Hudson, calling the game. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there between Thompson and Lean, but Thompson strongly and accurately heads it back to Denning. He is allowed, of course, to use his hands when it comes off the head or chest, the non-foot in a back pass situation. Malone and Thompson, that was a fun battle to watch in the first half. Malone really trying to turn on the tricks, turn on the speed. Oh, unfortunate. But looks like Lean fouled Scott there. So Ponies are going to have about 20 yards out here. A great free kick opportunity. See what they're going to do with it. And they were looking really to play into runners when they had similar opportunities in the first half. Not sure if they've got anyone that's going to take a 30-yard shot on goal. But Denning's setting up a wall anyways. Prater's over there. Phillipson's over there. Luke Johnson's over there. Referee is missing his shaving cream can, so he's just going to have to step it off and hope the boys listen to him. Two-man wall. Prater and Phillipson. Denning sets up far post. Scott's over the ball. Huber's over the ball. Scott's running away. Little overlap. Shadowed by Muthaden. And we're looking like Huber's going to probably put a left footer bending away, try and get ahead on the ball. Lots of runners. Good ball. Denning saves it. And that's going to be, saved off the line by Thompson. Oh, my goodness, what a great job by Nick Thompson. Denning saved it, but it ricocheted and was going to head into the net. But Nick Thompson wisely backed his goalkeeper up and was able to clear the ball off the line, saving a sure goal. What a fantastic job there by the Raiders. Good save by Denning. And an even better save by Thompson there. And here he is on the ball again. Hudson, Stillwater's had life here now since the last 10 minutes of the first half or so. And you can see it. They're picking up the effort. They're picking up the intensity. Can Hudson adjust? And can Hudson match it? Thrown to Malone. Malone and Thompson's really been one of the fun battles to watch here. Malone, a skilled player, fast, strong player, and Thompson's had his hands full and by and large has done a nice job with him. There's a nice little split pass. Lean coming over, cleared out by, looks like that was Ober. Muthaden gets a touch on the ball, but that's in front of Purdy. Kept in there for the Ponies. A little step over and turn there by Snyder, pardon me. Nicely done there by Luke Johnson to step in, win the ball, and unfortunately unable to find anybody. Schultz, first touch a little bit far away, but he wins it nicely to Vergara. Vergara looks the big switch for Phillipson, but a one-on-two situation there, and they've got about 6 feet in height difference over him. Not sure if that's going to be an effective attack option there for the Raiders. Long, high balls to Phillipson. Wonder if finding his feet might be a better option. Vergara carries the ball and looks like he's got someone over there. Oh, comes back to Thompson. Thompson had some space, plays it to Prater. Prater's got nobody on him, had a chance to turn there. No one's talking to him. But back to Lorida Schultz. Oh, really a little bit lackadaisical there. And here come the Ponies. A fortunate poor first touch there and great pursuit. Great job by the captain there. Malone coming in to pursue, but fantastic by Lean there, taking on two different players and winning the ball both times. Now Prater looks to turn around one player, around two players, switches play over to Johnson. Johnson wisely comes to the ball, gets pressure from behind, switches it back to Prater. Phillipson looking to make the run, and Huber steps in front nicely. He's been the closer there for the Stillwater defense so far, but just playing catch there with Cole Ober for the Raiders. Ober to Lariah. First touch gets a little bit away from him. Back to Lean. Stillwater looks to contain over there, pressure him. Over the top. Great turn by Phillipson. Is he going to be able to get there and head at Huber? And he is not. And Huber big over the top. Scott's on. Lean's on. Lean tries to flick it over and really just gets it back to Scott. Scott takes one touch. Cleared up by Ober. Kept in by Purdy. Purdy with his head up, defended by Sam Schultz. Looking, plays it out onto the flank, looks to get the overlap there, centers it for Scott. Scott off the chest, and picked away nicely by Sam Schultz, who's got 1-2 men coming onto him, plays it over to Colton Prater. Colton turns to the feet of Phillipson, pardon me. Phillipson past one man nicely. Looks to play to Huber. Much better energy level here this first 7 minutes of the second half. The first half took a long time to get going, and looks like everyone woke up here later. Stillwater on the ball. It's a 0-0 game. We're in the 53rd minute play. Oh, there's a great shot on goal, laid off nicely. Looks like that was number 3, Jack Boucher, with a great shot, but fortunately for the Raiders, directly at Corey Denning. And here they go. Boucher getting back in the ball. Oh, what a great touch by Lariah. Splits defenders to nobody. Oh, Prater's putting in the effort. That's what we need to see from the Raiders is that kind of effort. And right now it just hasn't been there. Uh-oh, this is a bad situation. Here's Scotty's got 1-2 men on him. Oh, my goodness, what a save by Denning. Oh, he comes out, cuts the angle down, gets down quickly and picks it up. What a fantastic job. Ober kept with him, kept the pressure on Scott, didn't let him get comfortable. But what an amazing save by Denning. Denning has absolutely kept the Raiders in the game here the last 15 minutes of play or so, bracketing the end of the first half and the start of the second half. Hudson's got to find a way to get some pressure here on Stillwater. They are just really winning the ball at will, and they just look at this point in time with the energy, look like they want it more. There's Vergara. He's got some intensity. Hudson needs to start to match the intensity of Stillwater. And now Stillwater, I think for the fourth time tonight, is called a handball. Apparently that might be a point of emphasis at their next training session. Can't play with your hands. Free kick Stillwater, free kick in the Stillwater half for the Hudson Raiders. Sam Schultz, I think 40 yards is out of his distance, but you never know, go for the glory. And the glory is a great free runner. What's Thompson going to do? He has to do something with it here. Shot, takes 1-2 deflections. Unfortunately, unable to come through on goal. Stillwater looks to clear it, and they find Malone, and he's got some time and some space to run. What's Muthaden going to do? Does he have the speed to keep up with him? No, he doesn't. The strength and the speed of Malone is too much for Muthaden. Muthaden's pursuing hard, leans ahead of him, looks to play it back. Oh, crossed it over. Scott was making the run. Ober was in a great position there, as he really has been all night. Clears that out. It's going to be a corner kick for the Ponies. Stillwater with more corners than the Raiders this evening. Purdy. Nicholas Purdy's going to be over to take it. Sets it up, right footing in, swinging kick again. Stillwater got one man right on the front post, one man right on the goalie. They've been playing it right into that space, and it's been tough for Denning. He's been up to the task so far. Can he maintain that? Johnson putting the pressure on. Looked like Ethan Kilmer, number 16, that was number 18, Daniel Muths. He got a head on it to flick it, and Luke Johnson was right there, and it played it out for another corner kick for the Ponies. Again, Purdy, again, Stillwater with the setup. Two men right in the 6-yard box. Oh, what a great job there by Colton Prater to come back and clear that out. The energy and the intensity of Prater, really of Vergara, that's been, that was tricky. Oh, there it is, and there it is. There's the first goal for the Ponies. It deflected around. It was a fantastic save by Corey Denning, but he just is unable to clear it all the way out, and Jorge Malone was the man on the spot for the Ponies, finishing it. Alex Lean put in his best effort as well. He couldn't keep it out. 1-0 Stillwater.
Goal for the Ponies in the 55th minute of play. Scored by number 9, Jorge Malone. Stillwater 1, Hudson 0.
So now in the 55th minute of play, we have the all-important opening goal. Stillwater was able to finally convert some of their intensity advantage and pressure advantage into a goal. Again, it was hard work. Hudson just made it hard for them. Denning's effort has been fabulous. Alex Lean there also coming back to nearly clear that off the line as Nick Thompson had done earlier. But in the end, I think a deserved 1-0 lead for Stillwater the way the game's gone so far. Great physical battle over there in the corner. Love to see that. There's been a lot of really great effort there. Guys fighting for the ball, fair, working hard. And free kick one for the Raiders here. Vergara on it. Looking to play it big. Something tells me Huber's going to win it. Oh, no, and this time it is Ammerman. One back by Johnson. Johnson with a high looping ball over the top. Right there is Mr. LeClaire. A little trickier than it maybe was. It was a high ball. It's dark now with the lights, and he had a man coming on. So nice job by him to make that look easy. The easy ones aren't always easy. Sam Schultz there. Nobody there. Muthaden come back to pressure. Pokes it out for Stillwater throw-in. To Purdy. Muthaden wins it nicely. Over the top. Lariah, can he settle? Back to Ober. Ober nicely played there to Colton Prater. Nicely done. Taking it out of the air. That's a nice skill. Prater with a good turn. Purdy pursuing. Prater cannot connect with Vergara, and I think his frustration is indicative of the way the night's gone for the Raiders. There's been a lot of good things, and it just hasn't resulted in the end with anything productive. But they keep fighting, and they're still very much in this game. 1-0 here in the 58th minute of play. Hudson trailing Stillwater after a 55th minute goal by number 9, Jorge Malone. Oh, and here is Vergara. Can he flick it on? Oh, my goodness, just cannot get a head on it. What a fabulous ball. Great run, better ball, and just unable to get that little flick on that he needed. The goal was wide open for him. What an absolutely great opportunity. Love the look. You could see him connect there. And again, just missing that final touch. And we got a player down on the field now. Looks like that's Cole Ober for the Raiders. Wearing the number 6, sophomore defender, limping off here. And we'll see who the Raiders bring in for him. It's going to be number 16, looks like Tristan Byer.
Now entering the game for the Raiders, number 16, Tristan Byer.
Byer in for the injured Ober, and Hudson with a deep throw. And can Thompson get the cross in? Good-looking cross, almost finds Leroy, just can't connect with his head, just much like Vergara just a moment ago. And here comes Stillwater again. Oh, they got a runner coming on the far side. Can they get over the top? Unable to, but God, they got number 6 there running wide open. That's Maxwell Timmons, who I was incorrectly identifying. I apologize in the first half as Isaac Perez. I assume it was his mother that came up and informed me that there was a mix-up on their roster. Moms are good for things like that. So that's number 6 has been Timmons, and Timmons has played well. Throw in here, Scott. Up comes Huber for the Ponies. Big throw. Looking for Huber. Huber unable to get a foot on it. Looks like we've got a foul there against the Ponies. Muthaden went to ground. Push down. Free kick Hudson. Denny with a quick restart to Thompson. Thompson takes one touch. Stillwater right with the pressure. Finds Phillipson's feet. Phillipson turns. Touches around. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Looks to play it to Prater. Prater looking for a runner that ends up being there. I like the way he played it where he wanted him to be, even though the run wasn't quite on. Over the course of the season, hopefully that Thompson figures that out. Oh, Scott with great pressure lean. Fantastic job weathering it and clearing it out. As I was saying before, Prater there kind of played the ball. The run wasn't on with Thompson just yet, but I think that's kind of a way of telling your teammate, hey, this is where I need you to be in the future. And over the season, those are the kind of things that teams figure out, or they need to if they want to be successful. Substitution here for the Raiders.
Now entering the game for Hudson, number 1, Bennett Sparling, and number 24, Drew Osterhughes.
So Bennett Sparling in with his first action of the game. Sparling, a freshman defender, getting some nice game time here in an important rivalry match. If you're just joining us here, you're going to hear a substitution. It's Benjamin Snyder entering the game for the Ponies.
Now entering the game for the Ponies, number 11, Benjamin Snyder.
As I was saying, Snyder into the game for the Ponies. We are in the 61st to nearly 62nd minute of play. Stillwater with a 1-0 lead over Hudson that they earned in the 59th minute through a great finish from number 9 forward Jorge Malone. They've also been able to take advantage of the deep, long throwing ability, as we just saw there, of number 21, Spencer Scott. It's earned them a lot of corner kicks here. And here they come with another one. Looks like now they're going to bring 2 men over. They still have their customary 2 players on the near post and in front of the goalie. They've primarily been in swinging it right into that Jordan Huber's head, or attempted to. Logan Huber, pardon me. Tried to do it again, unable to. Bounces around a little bit, unable to get cleared. Stillwater still got the ball. Huber on the ball. Tries to take a shot, deflected off of 2, 3, 4 Hudson defenders were right there. But it is a corner kick again for the Ponies. going to be a critical phase for Hudson here. The first 15, 16 minutes of the second half have really all gone Stillwater's way. Hudson just hasn't been able to put anything together consistently, and now trailing 1-0, they're going to have to find a way to get into this game. Purdy with the corner. Looking for Huber. Right in the 6. Ball bouncing around, and it is a goal! That is a goal for the Ponies, trying to see who scored it there. I believe that was number 11, Ben Snyder, but we're going to confirm.
Hey, Stillwater, was that Snyder? Was it? I think it was Snyder. We're going to give it to Snyder. Goal for the Ponies by number 11, Benjamin Snyder. Stillwater 2, Hudson 0.
So, if you are just joining us, it is now 2-0 Stillwater off a scrum goal from, we're giving it to number 11, Ben Snyder. It was difficult to see from our vantage point up here in the press box. We haven't received confirmation yet from the sideline, but looked like 11, Ben Snyder, was the one getting the credit from everybody.
Now into the game for the Raiders, number 5, Ryan Muthaden.
Muthaden entering the game as well here, as senior co-captain Sam Schultz has issued a yellow card, which means he needs to leave the game. So Muthaden in for Schultz. We got Scott and Huber standing over the ball for the Ponies, looking to extend their 2-0 lead. Just became 2-0 not a minute ago off a corner kick that was scrummed around. Oh, and Huber looking to blast it. And looks like the Ponies might have a field goal kicker here. So that's straight through the uprights by Huber. As I was saying, Stillwater made it 2-0 through Benjamin Snyder. Just a minute ago, they put a corner kick right into the 6-yard box. Hudson unable to clear it through the mess of bodies, and Snyder was Johnny on the spot there, able to tuck it into the net. Stillwater double the lead. It's 2-0. That was Benedict Sparling getting some of his first action on the game, and now Colton Praters battling for the ball. Stillwater maintaining possession through number 15, Maxwell Stauffer. Phillipson tracking back, but looks like Emmerman's able to maintain possession, looking out to get over there to Maxwell Timmons. Timmons still on the ball despite two players, and now Muthaden clears it up for Hudson. What can they do? They've got to find a way to get back into this game. Lariah takes one touch over nicely to Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson looking go. Looks like that one probably came off his foot a little differently than he intended. Throwing Ponies. Johnson back in on the. Oh, and he runs right around him. Snyder does. He's full of energy there now after that. After the goal, tends to do that to you. Lariah there in the right spot to clear it out. Prater with 1 man on him, 2 men on him, 3 men on him, able to maintain possession. Fighting hard, working hard, back to Johnson. Touches it around, looking to go up the line. And out of play. Stillwater settle in here now. We're in the 65th minute of play, and really now 20 minutes into the second half, Stillwater's kind of settled in. They ceded a lot of possession in the first half. Hudson took advantage. They were able to maintain possession. They were able to keep the ball for extended stretches and kind of connect some passes in Stillwater's half. They couldn't find a way through the back four of Stillwater, but we're in the game. Start of the second half, Stillwater cranked up the pressure a little bit here, cranked up the intensity. Hudson has yet to match it. Oh, looks like that's going to be nearly a shot on goal for Huber. Getting a little goal hungry is the center back here now. A couple minutes ago taking that free kick, attempting to score. Oh, but now we got the freshman. 1-2 men on him. He just misses on the ball there. It's a big ask of a freshman in his first 5 or 10 minutes of the game. Quick restart where he's down numbers. It's a 2-on-1 against him. And that's going to give Stillwater another opportunity for the long throw-in. And here comes Scott throwing it right into the 6-yard box. Flicked over. Another great save by Denny. My goodness, has he just been fabulous tonight. Great quick reaction save there. Stillwater's able to flick it down right close to his feet, and he was able to quickly react and parry the ball away. It's a 2-0 deficit, but were it not for Corey Denning, it would be more than that right now tonight. Hudson owes him a debt of gratitude. He's been fabulous. Really quick. Good positioning. Good reactions. And here comes Prater trying to get the Raiders back into the game. Good effort. Stops it. Carries. There comes Sparling looking to come up under the flank there. Nice split. Good job there by Muthaden and Prater combining. Muthaden looks to cut it over to Lariah. Looking to switch it onto the flank. Pass it right to Snyder's feet. But one back nicely. Lariah head up. Now turns. Passes it back to Johnson. Hudson needs to be going the other direction. That's good by Johnson splitting the defenders. Lariah with his head up looks to split there. Vergara not checking back. Stillwater defense stepping up nicely. Muthaden unable to keep it around. And there's, oh, good job by Muthaden. They had a runner there on the far side. Stillwater did. Muthaden unable to win that. That could have been really dangerous. Good check there by Vergara. One touch, two touch, turns against two defenders. Nicely done. Looking to clear it. Looking to play Johnson through on the flank there off of the Stillwater defender. And here come the ponies. Snyder looking for Scott. Scott on, who is that? Tristan Byer. Tristan Byer does a nice job turning in there. Playing up to Vergara. Goes for a little Malone 1-2. Can't get past the second man. Stillwater back on the ball. Johnson wins it. Looking to go right over the top to Timmons. A little bit too far. Corey Denny. And the ball's back in. Alex Lean, senior co-captain on the ball for the Raiders in the 68th minute of play of a game that Hudson trails 2-0 after 2 second-half goals by the Ponies. Nice job fighting there by Muthaden. Great job by Scott keeping the ball. Dropping it off. Here comes a shot. Blocked by Johnson. Boucher. Over with a great overlap there by Stauffer. Stauffer with the cross. Lean in the right place. Settles on his chest. Takes his time. Can he find a teammate? And he's able to. He finds Prater. Prater's got one man shadowing him. Looking to play Phillipson, and Phillipson just not checking back to the ball. There's just a miscommunication there. Phillipson looking like he was going to maybe try to go over the top. Prater played a check. And easy pickings for the Stillwater defender there. Phillipson misses it. Falls to Osterhus. Can't get it past Huber, who is now on the ball. Settles nicely. Stillwater playing it nice and easy. Muths. And again, they're looking now. They're just giving Scott a lot of run here. Great job by Byers. Got fresh legs after having not played in the first half. And you can see it. He's doing a good job. Can he find Muthaden's feet? Unable to. Fantastic job there by Boucher. Back to Scott. Muthaden defending. Oh, splits are really nicely done there. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men on him. And somehow still able to squeak the ball through. And now here comes Osterhus coming back, turns and goes. We got a 3-on-5, so not really much there. Does Osterhus have the wheels? Tries to turn it on. What a fabulous tackle. Really great defending there. Some younger fans in the crowd calling for foul. Don't think the referee agrees, nor does yours truly. Nice job. Great first touch past Johnson. Carries him down. Can he get an effective cross? And looks to play back to the penalty spot. Flicked over by Snyder. Nobody there running. Here comes Muthaden. Hudson's really packed in right now. They've got to find a way to relieve some of that pressure and get something going offensively. Finds Prater. Lets it run. And who's going to get there first? Not the Raiders. Looks like McGinley there. Played it back to Denny. Denny on the ball. Picks it up finally. Hudson and Stillwater both ready to make some changes here. Next stoppage of play, it looks like we got Jack Bodick coming in for the Raiders and Jorge Malone, as well as possibly, looks like Nicholas Purdy coming in as well for the Ponies. A couple of starters. They got their rest. Time to come back in. Osterhus now deep. Back to Vergara. Hudson's got some opportunities. They got a man in the box. Got a flick. Oh, just cannot connect. What a great cross. Just missed it. What a fabulous opportunity for the Raiders. Lariah made a great run. Vergara put a fantastic bent ball in there. And Lariah just couldn't get the flick on. Really good opportunity for the Raiders there. Got to be able to get ahead on that. And here come again the Ponies right away. Everything's over the top to Scott right now. They've got a 2-0 lead. They're content to let him run and sit back and defend with 9 men. Lariah there to Johnson. Stillwater's in a position of strength here, leading 2-0. Hudson's going to have to find a way. They're going to have to dig deep, and they're going to have to find a way. They have 20 minutes left to do it. We're in the 71st minute. Prater with the pull down. Might be a little bit of frustration. And kicking the ball, and there comes the card. No surprise there.
Yellow card issued to number 21 for Hudson, Colton Prater. entering the game for the Ponies. Number 2, Nicholas Purdy. Number 4, Joseph Young. And number 9, Jorge Malone. Into the game for the Raiders. Number 3, Jack Bodick. And number 9, Sam Schultz.
So we've got Schultz and Jack Bodick into the game for the first time for the Raiders, along with co-captain senior Sam Schultz. The Ponies have reinserted some starters, Nicholas Purdy, Jorge Malone, as well as number 4, Joseph Young, who has not been into the game yet this evening. So following Prater's yellow card, not sure if it was for the obvious pull down or the back heel kicking of the ball after the foul. I think it was probably for the unsportsmanlike conduct. They're kicking the ball at the end. Oh, there's a shot for the Ponies. Ricochet still an opportunity in the box. Byer defending. He gets turned. Ball squeaks away. That's going to run out for a Stillwater throw-in. As I was saying, Prater got a little bit frustrated. He was issued a yellow card, had to leave the game. And now again, we've got a throw-in for Stillwater deep in the Hudson half. Looks like Scott is not going to take it this time. Well, he came out of the game, so that's Malone's going to go over and take it. Not quite sure. We'll see. The way they're setting up, looks like he's got a long throw-in ability as well. Fixing those socks. Got to fix those shin guards. Always important at the end of a game when you're winning 2-0 that your shin guards and socks are appropriate. Here's Malone. Stops, throws, can't quite get as far as Schultz. Johnson puts it back into the mix, though. Great, nicely cleared up by Lean, and Hudson's getting up. Stillwater, a little bit of miscommunication there. I thought Purdy and number 17 were talking there, but Stillwater maintains possession, and now they got a chance at the top of the box. Byer fighting for the ball with Huber. Looks like Huber's coming up here, looking to get his shot on goal after a strong defensive performance. And there's Malone with the ball poked away. Again, Byer pokes that away as well. A little bit of miscommunication there between Byer and Sam Schultz. Falls to Sparling. Ball careens off of his foot. Probably not the direction he was intending, out for a Stillwater throw-in. It's going to be number 6, Maxwell Timmons. Nope, take that back. He gets it off to Ammerman. Ammerman throws it. Schultz shanks it. Throw-in. Ponies. See if Malone does the run-up stop throw again. If he's do his best Scott impression. And he does. Only as far as Sam Schultz, who clears it out to Osterhus. Hudson's got one man up against about 5 Stillwater defenders here. Trailing 2-0 in the 5th minute of play, pardon me. There's some action for Jack Bodick. Like I said, 75th minute of play. Hudson trailing 2-0 to Stillwater. Stillwater got goals in the 59th minute from Jorge Malone and in the 63rd minute from, pardon me, from number 11, Ben Snyder. And that's where we stand here. So throw-in for Hudson, and that's going to allow Hudson to sub in 2 players. Number 7, Cole Little, and number 8, Nick Thompson.
Now into the game for the Raiders. Number 7, Cole Little, and number 8, Nick Thompson.
Thompson a little into the game for Schultz, and Luke Johnson's coming out for his first breather. Hudson putting some subs in. Coach Solem seeing if maybe some fresh blood can make a difference here. A little up in the midfield. Under really great pressure there by number 4, Joseph Young. He also is new into the game, so he's got a lot of energy. Great turn there by the freshman. Fantastic job. Now what can he do with it? Goes in hard, but the ball careens away, ends up at the feet of Muths, and Muths looking to restart the Ponies. Oh, Byer, great job recognizing. Just slipped under. Unlucky, and here comes Young. Lots of energy, lots of spunk. This is his chance. Plays it off of Thompson. Denning attempts to keep it in play, unable to do so. Corner kick for the Ponies. And a sub coming in for the Ponies as well. Number 19, Billy Vu.
Now entering the game for the Ponies, number 19, Billy Vu.
Billy Vu into the game for the Ponies here for their, we'll just call it umpteenth corner kick. Again, playing it right into the mix there. They got a goal out of it and got a lot of other dangerous situations. This time Hudson's able to handle it, and Sparling running up nicely, keep it up. Oh, unfortunate, right into Malone, and don't push him from behind there. And Malone dribbling out for the shot. Just playing catch with the goalie on that one. Denning scoops up the ball, looks to punt it again. We've got more Ponies back there than Raiders as we're flicking it into a 2-on-0. Hudson's going to have to find a way to connect a little bit better in the Stillwater half of the field if they're going to get back into this game. Purdy out onto the flank. Looks like that's Vu over there. And one back by Muthaden. Muthaden trying to play it through for Vergara. Unable to do so. Vu. Nice ball into the corner for a fantastic run by Malone, but Tristan Byer is up to the task. Great job by Byer there, but runs the ball out of play with some pressure from Malone. Throw in Ponies. 77th minute of play. Coming down to the last 10 here. Stillwater leading 2-0 over Hudson off of 2 second-half goals. And a throw in deep into the box. Deflected off. Looked like off of a Pony player, and it was. Looks like that came off of Maxwell Timmons. Goal kick, Raiders. 2-3 substitutions.
Into the game for the Ponies. Number 8, Chester Hearn, and number 25, Hunter Storman. And into the game for the Raiders, number 11, Max Rohde.
I think it's Storm. May have just PA announcer may have just mispronounced a Pony name there, but we'll give him we'll cut him some slack here. And here come the Ponies again. Malone on the ball, challenged by Sparley. What a great aggressive play there by the freshman, taking on the senior striker for the Ponies. He really was willing to throw his body in there, challenge hard. However, he does give up a foul in a really dangerous spot here, just outside the 18. Looks like is that Huber up there to take it. Last one he put well over the bar, but Hudson wanted to give him another chance, so see if he can make anything of it. 79th minute of play. Stillwater with a free kick right outside the Hudson box. Logan Huber looks like is he gesturing something, asking for some more distance, saying that it's not 10 yards. Looks like his coach is agreeing with him. Referee maintaining that he marked off 10 yards appropriately. Huber driven over. And he has now received a yellow card for his efforts.
A yellow card has been issued to Stillwater's number 5, Logan Huber. Into the game for the Ponies, number 13, Kyle Ammerman.
That's 3 yellow cards.
So Prater receives a yellow card. I'm certain it had something to do with the fact that he kicked the ball over and that became someone else's fault. Whatever he said to the referee didn't appreciate it and issued him a caution. He has to leave the game. Number 13, Kyle Ammerman enters for him. And we enter the final 10 minutes of play with Stillwater leading Hudson 2-0 off of goals in the 59th and 63rd minutes. Goal in the 59th minute was scored by Jorge Malone. A nice shot from the top of the box that squeaked past Denny and Alex Lean and dribbled into the net. Hudson did everything they could to keep that one out and couldn't. And in the 63rd minute, number 11, Benjamin Snyder, scored for the Ponies.
Now entering the game for the Raiders, number 10, Santi Vergara.
Vergara into the game for the Raiders, and it looks like we're going to have, we got 17s coming in, Connor Seidel, and 13, Connor Johnson. Hudson, now with 9 minutes left to play, trying to overcome a 2-0 deficit to the Ponies. They've really had a tough go in the second half. Had a good amount of possession in the first half, some of which had to do with Stillwater's defensive approach of conceding some possession and looking to counterattack. But Hudson also, to their credit, was winning the ball back aggressively, as they just did here. Nicely done there by Max Rohde. Kept in by Denning. Denning distributes it nicely out to Bodek. Bodek takes a touch, turns, looks to get up and get the ball to Vergara. Can't keep it in play. Ball out for Stillwater throw-in. Number 13, Kyle Ammerman over there to take it. Oh, Sykes, his own teammates out there, does Ammerman. They look to recycle their runs. He's gesturing for Malone to come get it. Looking to find Malone, finds it in front of a couple Hudson defenders and rights away, sprays it to the opposite side of the field as Vu's coming on. Touched away by Thompson. Max Rohde just past his feet. And here come the Ponies back on attack. Looking to cross the ball in. We got one runner coming in. Looks like he got a touch on it. It's back off the back of Sparling. It is judged by the assistant referee to be a goal kick. And that's what it'll be, which allows for a Hudson substitution.
Now entering the game for the Raiders, number 13, Connor Johnson. And number 17, Connor Seidel.
Connor Johnson, Connor Seidel in for their first action of the game. And right away there is Connor Seidel. Got a little bit of pressure from behind there. They will poke it away. Stillwater maintains possession. Wonder if Malone came from an offsides position there. Really good ball from Malone. Is Thompson able to get there? Oh, good job by Nick Thompson to shadow that run. It was a fantastic ball. The runner had inside position, number 4, Joseph Young on Thompson, but he battled through it and was able to poke the ball away. And now here comes another battle. Thompson's really had his hands full tonight with those Stillwater forwards, and he's done a fantastic job with it. In the one-on-one opportunities, he has not given up shots on goal. Rohde lost the ball there. Here's Malone back in the ball, looking to slide it through. Nice job, Young coming on. Is he able to keep it in? He is, and there's Purdy over to get it. Wow, what a great job by Purdy. Oh, good Lord, he turns him. And there's Malone. Can this be 3? Oh, could have, would have, probably should have. But it isn't. Still 2-0 for the Ponies. And here come the flood of subs.
Now into the game for Stillwater. Number 5, Logan Huber. Number 21, Spencer Scott. And number 23, John Maloney, the 4th.
Corner kick for the Ponies. Oh, and that is one heck of a goal. My goodness gracious. Direct off the corner kick. That was something. Left-footed in swinger. Number 8, Chester Hearn, deserves to celebrate that one.
Goal for Stillwater, scored by number 8, Chester Hearn. Stillwater 3, Hudson 0.
So in the 84th minute of play, Chester Hearn scored absolutely the goal of the game off a corner kick. All night long, Stillwater's been bending those balls into that 6-yard box, into that mix, making it difficult for the Raiders. And that time they thought, we'll just bypass all the difficult, we'll bypass all the mix, and Hearn will just kick it right into the net. Bent it far post into the upper corner there. Really fantastic job. Not a lot that Denny can do there. So it is now 3-0, and unless Hudson can make something happen here, we can probably just call this garbage time here the last 6 minutes of the game. Stillwater's got a 3-0 lead. They've really had the most of the possession, made it difficult for Hudson in the first half. As number 19, Jacobson, enters the game again for the Raiders.
Now entering the game for Hudson, number 19, Gavin Jacobson.
Getting a nice round of applause there from the crowd as Jacobson, as Nick Thompson comes out. Thompson did a really nice job this evening. Had a lot of work to do with some really strong and talented Stillwater forwards, and consistently was put in some one-on-one opportunities and did a nice job both with his skill and with his physicality. Nice job there by Hudson player. Missed who it was. Might have been Seidel. Cleared out by Stillwater for Hudson throw. Little with the ball there for Hudson. Back to Alex Lean. Over to Sparling. Nice job by the freshman. He's really held his own well. I love the way he's battled. There was a couple times where it looked like he was a freshman coming into a big game, but he recovered nicely, and especially just the attitude and the effort that he's put in has been really fantastic. Scott there cutting it back. It's going to run across. It's going to run across. It's going to not end up anywhere near the goal. Fortunately for the Raiders, there was a couple Stillwater Pony runners that were just a little ahead and a little behind. You take that when you can get it. Little up to Max Rhodey. Rhodey loses the ball. Stillwater all the way back here looking to possess the ball with a 3-0 lead over to Vu. Taking his time. Nice check there by number 23. He's just into the game, Maloney. Plays it over on the flank. Nice ball. Looks for the cross. Deflected out by Jacobson, and that's going to be a throw for the Ponies. And we've got, looks like number 12, Jonathan Kramer, entering the game for the Ponies.
Now entering the game for Stillwater, number 12, Jonathan Kramer.
Smattering of applause for Kramer as he enters. Parents must be here. And Scott with a long throw in for the Ponies. Driven. Goodness gracious, he can throw the ball. Stillwater holding it. Goes to ground. Lots of feet. Lots of tangle. No call. Byer comes out with the ball. What can he do with it? Can he find someone? He's got Vergara with 3, 4, 5, 6 men behind the ball there. Tough spot Hudson's in now. Stillwater can just sit with numbers back. They don't need to push forward. They've got the goals. They've got time on their side. Byer looking to get it up over the top. Nice, decent idea. Can't quite get it over there, but that's been another story of the game. Stillwater's size has just played a role. They are big. They're really big, and anything that's been up in the air, they've won, and they've won with authority. And that makes it tough. That makes it tough. Hudson's tried to at times kind of work the ball through possession, which is what you want to see, and have had some success with it, but not enough to be able to break down that Stillwater back line and that defense. Nice job by Seidel there, playing it over to that's Bodick on the right flank. Bodick to Max Rhodey. Looks like that first touch just a little bit too strong for him there, but Lean picks it up, head up. Vergara, Bodick, looking to offer some support, maybe make a run. Great switch by Vergara. Is going to make it there. Nice job by the defender, Samuel Schilling. Good position there. Had that balance to the defense, and he stepped up, cleared it out. Hudson throwing. Jacobson with the ball. Throws it off of Vu, and Stillwater ball. Looking to go long for Scott. Lean comfortably there, back to Denny. We're in the 88th minute, nearly the 89th minute of play here. Stillwater leading 3-0. Hudson dinking the ball around. They've got to probably have a little bit more sense of urgency than 3 and 4 passes in a 5-yard square with a 3-0 deficit. Vu on the ball for the Raiders, or for the Ponies. To Scott. Looking to go back to Vu with a run. Is it going to stay in? It is not. Throw in for the Raiders. 89th minute of play. Hudson on the ball, unable to clear the zone. Kilmer got it for the Ponies. Scott, nearly turned in the box there. Nicely done up there, up to Bodick. Defended nicely. There's a good overlap by Seidel. A little bit behind him. 2-on-1 and the 1-1. Not a little. Turns. Finds number 13 there, Connor Johnson. Back to, is that Byer? To Johnson. Connor Johnson, not quite wide enough there to get to Bodick. One away, cleared away by the Ponies. Lean wins it, but only as far as number 25, Hunter Stormoen. And now Lean's in a battle with Scott. This is going to be a good physical battle. Lean wins the foul for the Raiders. And we are in the final minute of play. Free kick for Hudson. And a yellow card is issued now to Scott.
Yellow card issued to number 21 for Stillwater, Spencer Scott. Now into the game for the Ponies, number 4, Joseph Young.
So Scott out, 30 seconds left in the game. 3-0 Stillwater. Hudson's got just seconds left to see if they can change that score line. Little back to Lean. Lean over to Byer. Final 10 seconds approach.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's the game. Final score, Stillwater 3, Hudson 0. Congratulations to both teams on a great game. Have a great night.
So that was the final whistle. Stillwater winning 3-0 off 3 second-half goals. First one coming in the 59th minute from number 9, Jorge Malone. They doubled their lead in the 63rd minute when number 11, Ben Snyder, was able to poke it through after a corner kick scrum in the 6-yard box. And then the goal of the night, probably the highlight of the night, came in the 84th minute when number 8, Chester Hearn, was able to bend a left-footed corner kick up and over into the far side of the net for the third and final goal of the night. It was a fun game. It was an intense game. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. This has been Chuck Bublitz at Hudson Raider Stadium. Have a good night.